We've been talking about this.
When are we going live?
We are live.
Oh,
We've been talking about this for 6 hours. Please remember something.
yeah. Sorry, sir. So, hello. We're arguing about stuff.
Yeah.
We
are. Yeah.
So I can say. So we are the eye tracking team from Brim.io. We are a new startup that's stationed in Stockholm, Sweden, and we are interested in doing
Eye tracking.
Eye tracking, and to have this interaction with the eye, we want to.
Game developers.
Yes. So
yeah, don't forget we are doing an open question here, so don't be afraid to ask questions.
yes,
We'll attempt to answer them as best as we can, except for why we're late.
yes,
That's company secrets.
yes.
So, Brim.io. We're currently focusing on eye trackers. So, yeah, we're trying to change the way we experience games and computers through alternative ways, like eye tracking.
Yes, and we have some
Yeah.
eye trackers with us. We have this eye tracker.
It's an eye tracker.
Yes,
It's about 20 centimeters long or something.
yes. So it's not that big and not that huge, and it can. So it can see where I'm looking. So currently we had some problems setting up. So it's not actually 100% calibrated for me. It's old calibration.
It might look a bit odd.
Yes.
You'll probably see what it's trying to do.
Yes. So for the time being, I'm trying to look at my mouse here because I'm just
Can
going
they see?
Do we have alpha?
The circle's up, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm just saying that I'm trying to look at my mouse now, and yeah, I know. So yes.
Okay. So you want me to start? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So we mentioned what a eye tracker is and what it looks. So this is how it works. There are infrared diodes out here at the edges, together with two infrared cameras. So if we place eye tracker like this, infrared diodes send out light, reflects on eyeballs, goes back into the cameras. That's used to do various things. You can see the size of your pupils, but that's not very interesting. But what it can do is give you 3D positioning of your eyes in 3D space. Yeah.
So what are we actually doing? We're not actually doing any
We're not actually
hardware.
not building any hardware.
So this tracker is just an input-output device for our software company that we're our software startup. So
It's like if any other software company would decide they always had to design their own mouse. That's not gonna work.
yes,
And there are plenty of others that make trackers, so we just buy one.
yes,
Works fine. On that note, there are multiple manufacturers of trackers. This is Tobii. There's others called Mirametrix and the iTribe.
yes, and some other smaller companies that are bubbling up.
Looks like that. There are others that like shaped like glasses that go over your eyes. There are smaller, thinner. There are trackers come in many different ways. The reason why you probably haven't heard of it for helping disabled people, people with ALS, and stuff to do to just be normal, do their daily life, communicate over the internet, that kind of thing. Big Brother. Very soon. There are multiple tracker developers right now that's going for consumer markets, so don't be surprised if you see them at now we were intentionally supposed to show the calibration step, because not all eyes are born equal. They are all different. As you can see, I have glasses. They're quite so that's a problem. And my friend here, David, he has almost perfect eyes. So it needs to be calibrated. The calibration step is mainly, hey, I'm promising I'm looking at this point right now.
Like this point?
Yeah.
And then this, kind of this point.
This decides the accuracy and how many points to choose. One of the reasons why we're late. Very short. It's from earlier when we did some eye tracking on Super Mario All Stars.
Yes. We were tracking me, and so you can put off the eye tracking. I'm going to look off the screen. So
not sure if you have any sound here. Why is... Oh, well. You can't see the ground.
Yeah.
You don't really need to. This is not actually his first playthrough, but he mostly plays Final Fantasy. As you can see, he's mostly focusing on enemies, but also some other interesting things, like that mushroom. You all think that, oh, sure, of course he's looking at the mushroom, he's want to take it, but never know. Yeah, he's mostly focusing on his enemies and obstacles. We'll shortly go back a bit, because you probably missed a little interesting detail. You probably
oh, good.
Oh.
Good. Sorry, guys.
First he's observing the star, and then he's looking at, will the star actually hit him? This is actually an insight into his brain, and another thing, if you didn't notice, he stopped looking at item boxes while he had a star.
Yes.
Because he doesn't need them.
So,
Do we have any questions?
No.
No questions?
Yeah, if chat can start asking questions, and
Yes.
then you minutes or so.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna attempt to play. I know you probably might have seen the run last night, or whatever the time zone was for you, but we're
doing my second playthrough of this game, so I just
second playthrough. You started
Yeah,
today and played for 5 minutes.
okay.
Hardly a playthrough.
Knock your cursor off the screen.
Thank you.
Do we get clear eye tracking data?
Probably.
First one of the most recent questions
From the chat, it's how does it affect it when you're having glasses? Like,
Oh, the calibration step mostly takes care of that. I know the tracker is a bit bad on me. I'm not really sure if it's the glasses, because it's bad even if I take them off. There are some tracker makes that apparently have problems with glasses. Won't do any name drop. Aware that a lot of people have glasses.
Another question actually. What about for example for me studying?
When we did a test with you earlier, we detected that the calibration was a bit off for you. I have actually asked the manufacturer about this, and they said it should not be a. In your case, it's the pointer drifted a bit to the right. Of course, still, that's something that can be. It will be affected, but not really a big problem. Currently, we know that there are a couple of games being developed. One of them is called Son of Nor, that will feature eye tracking for aiming, amongst other things. We know that Toby, our current tracker calibration, has made some demos where the game knows where you're looking and causes NPCs looking at them, and then they'll start a conversation with you. Could be used for, who knows, next Elder Scrolls.
For the time being, there's like multiple games that uses hearing, depending on where your screen, for where your eyes are looking instead of where your screen.
Yeah, and this can also open up perhaps open up some optimizations in graphics engine, where they can lower the rendering quality of where you're not looking.
For tracking the eyes contact, or is it as well like thinking of like
you can do that. The problem is that direct control with the eyes is not what they were meant to do. They're meant for scanning the area. You can control them. They're natural in aiming, for example. But direct control of the mouse, for example, is... So there. If you show the mouse cursor, so the mouse cursor will jump around a bit. You'll probably see his marker is jumping around. This will cause the marker to jump around, and that will cause your eyes to react. Oh, something is moving. Let's focus on that one. And then it starts focusing a bit there, and then you're drifting away. Indirectly, letting the game know what you're trying to do and then adapting after that. Was that
Alright.
a suitable answer?
Yes.
So chat, if you have still further questions about the eye tracking device and
We're here for about 2 more minutes.
Or 5.
or 5.
We can go to 5. You've had 4. So, are you... Oh, what's that mic on?
What we have done is the tracker manufacturers.
Look at the stream.
Yeah. The tracker manufacturers intend you to do a calibration once, and then store it for use forever and ever until you change screen or change tracker. Seen or heard about that one? There's a lot of the players change a lot, so we can't really just store the calibration and pulled up again because it's probably useless. So what we did instead was that, okay, we don't really need a completely accurate. Actually, almost half the amount of calibration points that that the others use. It's from 9 to 5. So that's a considerable speed up. But most of the speed is actually limited by the tracker in how fast it can process the points.
When would it be accessible for the public, and how much would it cost then if you want to use that kind of device?
Okay, so in a first-person shooter, that your eyes react faster than your hands. It's shorter distance from your brain for first. And the second, it's you have to move. It's big, bulky hand. Sure, there are lots of people that can use the mouse really quickly. I've seen it firsthand at DreamHack. Faster.
Yes.
There's others. You could do it for perhaps quick changing of weapons. If you have a first-person shooter where you can carry multiple weapons at a time, you have a bar where that shows other weapons. Look at a weapon and it switches to it.
And there is for the time being just the development kits on the market, so there's actually not any real, but there will soon be consumer products. The development kit is for $100.
Some development kits are $100.
Yes.
Have some features that won't be necessary for for a consumer release, so they're quite a bit more expensive at $500.
Yes. So they're actually like it's not.
But they're going down there at $100.
Yes.
70 euros.
Yes. So it's not extremely big investment if you want to buy one, and
years.
yes.
I mean, we have had these kinds for 2 years, and they have still a long way to go.
Yes.
Was there a question part there was of when?
No.
They're partnering up with pre-existing hardware companies like SteelSeries to manufacture them cheaper. For us, that it should be released this year.
Or next year,
Or
depending on stuff.
Yeah.
Is this limited to some specific
Limited to anything. These eye trackers, first and foremost on Windows. There are drivers for Linux and Android, but they're not as good.
So
We know the iTribe, for example, they certainly have Windows.
yes. So
Don't expect free BSD anytime soon.
no. So for the time being, it's mostly because that's what the big groups of people are using.
technology would have some specific, some special, could be used for some special stuff?
This on Linux, but
But
the driver is just not up to it just right now.
And,
the manufacturers, the manufacturers want to get out to consumers, and consumers, unfortunately, run Windows.
Yes.
We can't. Yes, we just can't promise when.
Another question from the chat is, since you said that if they want to see something there, like how can the tracking device be used there?
Okay, so what you're right now. I hope this will be interesting for you. If it's not, well, maybe it's not the right game. We know that, for example, StarCraft viewers that were negative. A lot of them were very positive as soon as we changed the trail marker.
Yes.
Still interesting,
Yeah.
So we know that there's a lot of potential here, and a lot of different games that can use it. While we've been here, we've heard a lot about strategy games. That's kind of, there's a lot of thinking. It's actually tracking a handheld game, for example.
Yes.
What was the question again?
Yes. I think you answered it.
Okay.
What you could get out of it as a
Yeah.
viewer.
We also have almost
Process. We actually wanted to show you statistics and heat maps also, but because this is a work in progress, they are not bugs in them.
Last time I saw heat maps, they were kind of working. Send them over to XSplit.
Yes.
We're working on it.
Yes.
Statistics we were supposed to show, but issue with the software, last minute updates, something happened, we just couldn't show it.
Yes.
Sorry.
It's just about ready to do a read.
Yeah, we can shut down
Okay,
in a minute.
thank you very much for your demonstration.
Yeah.
Flicky's just about ready.
Oh,
to
right,
do
right. Sorry.
Recap number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just one thing more. We're ready.
For providing.
Yeah.
You see the page as well in the stream layout, so you can just check out the website if you want.
Yes.
I think that was all.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much, Dream.io.
Thank you. Woo! So let's turn this off.
Bream.io. So now, next coming up is the recap. So hang out for that. Afterwards, there's going to be GoldenEye.
We've been talking about this.
When are we going live?
We are live.
Oh.
We've been talking about this for 6 hours. Please remember something.
Yeah. Sorry, sir. So. Hello. We're arguing about stuff.
Yeah.
So.
We are. Yeah.
So I can say. So we are the eye tracking team from Bream.io. We are a new startup that's stationed in Stockholm, Sweden, and we are interested in doing
Eye tracking.
Eye tracking.
We're currently focusing on eye trackers. So, moment. Yeah, we're trying to change the way we experience games and computers through alternative ways, like eye tracking.
Yes, and we have some
Yeah.
eye trackers with us. We have this eye tracker. This
It's an eye tracker.
yes,
It's about 20 centimeters long or something.
yes. So it's not that big and not that huge, and it can. And to have this interaction with the eye, we want to
Game developers.
yes. So
So, yeah, don't forget we are doing an open question here, so don't forget, be afraid to ask questions.
yes,
We'll attempt to answer them as best as we can, except for why we're late.
yes,
That's company secrets.
yes.
So, Bream.io.
So it can see where I'm looking. So currently we had some problems setting up. So it's not actually 100% calibrated for me. It's old calibration.
It might look a bit odd.
Yes,
You'll probably see what it's trying to do.
yes. So for the time being, I'm trying to look at my mouse here because I'm just
Can
going.
they see?
Do we have alpha?
The circle's up, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just saying that I'm trying to look at my mouse now, and yeah, I know. So yes.
Okay. So you want me to start? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So we mentioned what a tri-tracker is and what it looks. So this is how it works. There are infrared diodes out here at the edges, together with two infrared cameras. So if we place tri-tracker like this, infrared diodes send out light, reflects on eyeballs, goes back into the cameras. That's